We get more details and documents on the Jussie Smollett case. The questions continue to mount. Newly released audio from a 911 call reportedly made by his manager, once again drawing attention to the case.
Does your friend need an ambulance?
I just think he's startled. What's really weird, ma'am, just because I'm scared, I don't know what it is. They put a noose around his neck. They didn't do anything when they put it around his neck. That's really up to me. Sorry for saying it like that.
So the criminal charges against Smollett may have been dropped, but the case is far from over. From the Chicago Fraternal Order of Police, Martin Pribe is with us tonight. Martin, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Good to be here.
Okay, so we've gotten a release of some documents along with this audio and some other things. I want to read something that's cited as a detective's report. It says, once Smollett was indicted by the grand jury February 28th, 2019, CPD was informed by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office that they could no longer investigate. Assistant State's Attorney Risa Lanier informed detectives that she felt the case would be settled with Smollett paying the city of Chicago $10,000 in restitution and doing community service. I know that police leaders there continue to maintain that this was a hoax crime, but it sounds like at some point you all realized it wasn't going anywhere.
Yes, that's a very compelling part of the documents that was released. What was going on at the state's attorney's office at that point that was put in a report? Had they already made up their mind? You know, who had they talked to? What was motivating their decisions? All these questions need to be asked and explored. The timing is very compelling and suspicious. And I get the feeling that, you know, a lot of people were sensing something was up early on in this case.
Well, I mean,
but we have to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of documents have been released. So we've gotten a look at many things. Do you think that there will be any kind of consensus on what did or didn't happen? Because he maintains his innocence. The state's attorney's office has allowed this to go. There is a civil lawsuit that may uncover additional evidence and testimony. But do you think we'll ever come to a conclusion where everybody can agree we know what happened?
No, I think if it stays in Chicago, it'll just be, you know, a shouting fest, you know, a media hysteria. That's why early on we asked for the feds to get involved. And we asked for the feds to get involved because this is not the only thing that's taken shape in Kimberly Foxx's administration that we have found very shocking. There's, you know, she's let people out of prison that we don't think she should have let out of prison for terrible crimes. And that her predecessor, Anita Alvarez, said were legitimate convictions. So, I mean, there's just this arbitrary decision-making, very suspicious decision-making that seems not motivated by evidence or justice. And that we want this looked at. We've had enough of this. You know, the police are working hard on these investigations. We need a prosecutor who's going to prosecute. She's always going around saying, well, I was elected to reform the justice system and things like that. Well, actually, that's not true. She was elected to prosecute crimes based on evidence. That's what a prosecutor does. If you want to reform the justice system, you become a senator or an elected official, a legislator, or an activist. But you don't use the prosecutor's office to push your political agenda. That's ludicrous.
Well, you mentioned the calls there for the federal investigators to get involved. We know the former state appellate judge there, who is really pushing for that, has been very vocal. So we'll watch to see that in a civil case as well, and maybe all of us will get more answers. In the meantime, Martin Pribe, thank you for joining us.